It's almost been a year now since I was introduced to X. I was on Twitter and I saw a tweet from Mark Phillips, RDC One World. It was a meme. XXXTENTACION at the 2017 XXL freshman cipher. I watched a little bit of it and I was like, hold up, let me go ahead and check it out first so I know. Actually, no, I think I watched the whole thing. I thought it was funny. Then I went to check out the actual cipher and it was even funnier. Back when I first learned about this dude, all I knew was he had the song Look at Me, which I absolutely fucking hated. That song, I was hearing it everywhere for the longest. On Snapchat, but hit someone's story, that's all I heard. Shit was so annoying. So then fast forward to what I just said about the cipher. I go check it out. You know, everyone's talking about, oh, he killed the vibe, he's so demonic, blah blah blah. But in my mind, I'm thinking like, I mean, he actually said something though. Like everyone else was just trash, honestly. I really didn't like the guy because I myself thought, you know, he's got that evil vibe, demonic spirit type shit going on with him. But the truth is, he was just in a dark place. Which, if you've been in a dark place, you know that it's not out of the norm to say something questionable or feel a certain type of way and have people just picture you and assume and say that you're demonic or evil or whatever. Because honestly, if we're being honest, what he said in this cipher, it really wasn't even all that bad. Nothing to freak out about. It was different. You know, totally took everyone by surprise. But in reality, like, M said worse shit in his casual horrorcore raps. So, you know, whatever. So that was the first thing that caught my attention by him, you know, started turning me into the direction of a fan. I wasn't anywhere near close then, but I'm just saying. I was posting the memes in Discord and everything. One of my friends, the whole reason I decided to give the dude a chance was because one of my friends was like, he was like, you might not like this, but I can't remember what exactly he said, but he said something about, I kind of like his style or something like that. And that got me to thinking, like, I used to really fuck with his hair. Like the, you know, he had the like short locks and the split color, half bleached, half black. I really fucked with that. Like I liked that a lot. So that just, you know, made me think. And not too long in the future, it might have been that night, the next night, or the night after, actually no, that night I went on Genius and I just looked at like the most popular lyrics or whatever, and I listened to some songs. You know, that night I decided to delve into it more. After I went to bed, I went on his SoundCloud and I went through most every song that he had. Almost every song that he had. I listened to all of them and put the ones that I really fucked with in a playlist. I'll go ahead and read that off right now. Actually, let me go ahead and find it, just in case anybody hasn't heard these songs before or is curious or wants to get hip. Because I had heard a lot of stuff from him, and you know the yelling shit, like the type of shit he made, it just wasn't for me. But then I found these tracks. Alright, so I got Kill Me, Pain from the Jail Phone, I Don't Want to Do This Anymore, Let's Pretend We're Numb, Garrett's Revenge, Vice City, The Fall, Run, Never, Looking for a Star, Can't Get You Out My Head, Slipknot, Find Me, King, and Riot. All those songs I really, really liked. So I was just listening to those. And then, what was it, like a month and a half later, or like a month later or whatever, or no, it wasn't too long after the cypher, then he get knocked out on stage or whatever, and then and then he said he was going away for a while or whatever, and in reality he was only gone for a month, and then he announced his album was coming out on August 25th, I think it was. But yeah, anyway, before all that, I forgot to mention I had heard a song that sounded really nice on one of my friend's Snapchats. She was like coming back home from a concert or something, and her caption just said XXXTENTACION, and that's when I tried to search for that song when I was on Genius after the cypher, because I was like, that shit sounded nice. And so I was like, damn, that's like, Look at Me, and then that one, which was Revenge, Garrett's Revenge, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, after that, and he was talking about how his album wasn't gonna be for what people are used to. It's gonna be more for the people that suffer from depression. Like, he announced it, he let it be known. So when the album came out and people were talking about, oh, I'm disappointed, this isn't anything like he normally does, he literally fucking said he was going to do something completely different. So like that just boggles me, because I saw that shit and I had just got hip to him, and then people that have obviously been a fan of him longer than me were talking about, oh wow, I'm surprised he did this, blah blah blah, I can't believe blah blah blah, why would he do this, man, I wish this was like the old stuff, this isn't like his other stuff, blah blah blah, stuff, shit like that. But 17 really helped me, because I was in a very dark place, and it helped me tremendously. It was crazy, and people can have their opinions on it, whatever. It was very, very short. I paid $9.99 for an album that was 9 minutes or so, whatever. But I did it without even hearing anything from it yet. I just went ahead and copped it, because after, I know I'm all over the place, and this probably is going to be uncut, I don't know, but after I listened to all those songs, I think it was the next day, I went on YouTube and I was looking at interviews of him, and I watched the entire No Jumper interview with him, and I was just like, that just opened me up more into understanding him and everything. And then I was a fan. I really fucked with him. I was like, this dude's pretty cool. I learned about his case, and just as soon as I learned about it, I learned that it's ambiguous, you know, and like none of us can really say for sure what happened. But from what I have seen and everything, you know, it would seem as though the allegations aren't true, but that's a whole nother story. People are gonna believe what they want. See, for me, if I would have just seen, you know, a headline talking about he beat his pregnant girlfriend or whatever like that, and this is kind of how it was, I would be like, fuck that guy, man. I don't, like, fuck you. But, you know, and so anyone not informed, that's all they have in their mind. Oh, he's a woman beater, blah blah blah, he's violent, his past, blah 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 blah. No one is giving him credit for how this man was literally changing his life. He was literally turning his life around. Who have we seen? I can't think of anybody that I've seen that has done violent things, heinous things in the past, said that they were going to change, and were actively making an attempt to change and successfully doing it as well. Not only was he donating, he was spreading positive energy, good vibes every single day, giving motivation to his fans, trying to put the world in a more positive light, move everything forward, just give back to the community. He was working so hard. He was working so fucking hard, man. He was working on his clothing line. Dude, I honestly didn't mind. Well, I mean, we got an album in March, but it still felt like there was a lack of music. I didn't even mind the lack of music because I was like, this man was working hard. Like, I was really proud of him, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, back when I got hip to him, I was like, alright, dude, I'm rooting for you. Don't fuck up. And, you know, this after that happened, the shit with the Migos, I'm just like, come on, man. I'm just like, please stay out of trouble. I want you to stay out of trouble. And then finally, boom. You know, I've seen all his antics on Instagram and everything, and it's just like, come on, man. Like, this is what they expect of you. And then all of a sudden, boom, everything changes. He realizes the error in his ways. He swears that he's going to change, and he does it. But like I was saying, he was working on this clothing line. He was working so fucking hard on this shit. Fucking what else? He even was going back to school. There's no reason for him to go back to school. He didn't even fucking go back to school. He just did it solely because he wanted more knowledge. He wanted to be able to say that he got a degree. Like that, you know, that's crazy. That's I mean, to me, like, that's admirable. That's so admirable because me, I'm saying fuck school, man. I can't deal with that bullshit. I fucking hate classes. I just hate everything about it. And for him to, you know, be like, you know, he really seemed excited to go to college, you know, or take classes online, whichever one he was doing. But anyway, all of this stuff, you know, donating people, trying to do charity events and whatnot, all of that just to come to an end from who, from what, for what reason, you know what I'm saying? Yesterday, I had just got finished recording a video. How I saw Twitter, and I just saw oh my god, X, pray for XXXTENTACION, and my mind is racing. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh shit, what? And it wasn't just, you know, it was some locals too. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I go to his Instagram, and all I see, I go to his stories, and I'm like, shit, maybe he got hurt, or he's in the hospital or something. And people found out from his Instagram. I go on his Instagram, look at his story from 2 hours ago. All it says is, I'm planning a charity event today, or, you know, something along the lines of that. 2 hours ago. So I'm like, oh shit. Like, this isn't it. So I'm looking. And then that's when I find out he was shot, found with no pulse. And I'm like, oh fuck. But I was reading stuff and everything, and I was like, he was taken to the hospital. My friend texted me. It was like, I'm so fucking sad, and I was like, I didn't even respond because I was like, in my mind, I was like thinking, I was like, relax, dude, chill. Like, he's not dead yet. Like, don't, like, we don't know. But then just as soon as I was thinking that, then I turned around and I was like, well, shit, this is fucking serious. Like, this is very serious. Like, that's when I realized, like, I need to stop acting like, everything is gonna be fine, in tough situations like these, because, it might help you to ease your mind, it might not. But in this case, in most cases, it's better to think about, what could happen, or like take into consideration the seriousness of the event at hand, because I was just thinking, like, shit, what am I talking about? Like, you can't really say, oh, he's gonna pull through, everything is gonna be fine, because you don't know that. And just as soon as I was thinking that, a couple minutes later, I saw a tweet from the Broward County police saying the adult male taken to the hospital earlier has been pronounced dead. And I don't know, I was like, no fucking way, man. I was like, that's not a coincidence. Like, I was like, fuck, that's obviously him. And then, shit, I can't remember, and then when XXL posted it, that's when I knew it was true. Or, I already basically knew it was true from that, because it's like, his county, his county, and everything that happened, like, that's not another person. Like, that's obviously him, because I looked at the timestamp too, and I'm like, shit, this isn't a fucking old tweet or any, bullshit like that. And so, it took a couple minutes for it to truly sink in. And then, once it did, like, I'm fine until I think about the fact that, like, he's actually gone. Like, I was just sitting here and I was sitting here like this for a couple minutes, and then it hit me, and I fucking broke down, because I was rooting for him. I was so proud of him. For, like, I have never seen anyone with such an aggressive past say that they were going to change, and you actively see everything they're doing to change and make a difference. He was really out here working. He was putting his heart and his soul into his work, into his positive energy, his positive influence, all for his life to just end at 20 years old. And it's fucking crazy. It's so crazy, because there's gonna be people, like I said, misinformed. If you don't stay up to date, with him, obviously, if you're not a fan, you're not gonna stay up to date with him. So then, all they know is, oh, he's a woman beater. That's all they're gonna say, No one. Excuse me. I'm sorry. If you don't follow him, you're not gonna know that he's been taking steps to better himself as a man and mature and grow and prosper. Well, the last thing you seen was he hit a fan at a concert, or he beat his pregnant girlfriend, the allegations and everything. And so my advice to anyone grieving over the death of X, if you see anyone saying anything negative about, like, anything negative, like cheering that he's gone, or saying they don't care or anything, I'm just saying, don't even bother wasting your time replying. Don't even take them seriously, because honestly, fuck them. Okay, people are really out here celebrating a man's death. Like, I don't give a fuck, man. You just don't do that. Okay, and what type of human being does that make you, to be like, yes, this dude's dead? That makes no fucking sense. Same with the people saying they don't care, or they're not really affected. Okay, there's no reason. That's like me having a brother that just died, and then someone that he didn't fuck with at school, they didn't get along. He comes to the funeral, he goes up to the stand, and he's like, I'm not happy he's dead, but I mean, hey man, we weren't cool, so, you know, I'm not really sad either. How the fuck is that gonna help anyone? Like, shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth. Like, it's just unnecessary. So, like I said, my advice is just let them be ignorant, let them be foolish, and don't even worry about it. And just stay yourself, because that's just gonna be extra stress. Arguing over the internet and shit, just, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. And to anyone that is extremely sad over this and is thinking about ending their lives, don't do it, because that's definitely not what he would want. He literally had a friend kill herself. He wouldn't want any of his fans to go and off themselves because he died. He ended up, you know, losing his life. But I'm just saying, man, it's crazy how, you know, no one wants to give anyone second chances. I swear, these same bitches out here talking about, oh, he's a woman beater, he's an abuser, blah, 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 are the same ones on Chris Brown's dick. I swear. Like, what, like, just imagine, you know, if this didn't happen, if this situation was not the situation. Just imagine if X is like 43 years old now, and everything that he was doing at the time of his death had carried on. He was still shedding a positive light on the world, still sending positive vibes to everyone, just trying to make the world a better place. And he was, you know, really out here donating shit and making everyone feel good, and he was really a classy and positive public figure. And any positive thing he did under, you know, say like a tweet or whatever, and just imagine people under that being like, oh yeah, well, he made this mistake and that mistake, you know, 20, 30 years ago. Just imagine that shit, because people aren't gonna, you know, and I'm not saying anything that he has done or that he has allegedly done is okay. I'm not condoning any of it. I'm just saying, if people are gonna, like, Chris Brown beat the fuck out of Rihanna, we've all seen it, and we know that it's true. Like, we know for a fact that it's true. With X, it's all still allegations. Nobody really knows for sure other than Geneva, honestly, and unless it's true and anyone else that she had told. But it's just crazy. It's just crazy to me, because I literally used to be, you know, on that hate bandwagon, just hating him just because of headlines I seen and how the media portrays him and everything. But I just took 1 second to learn more about the dude, and then boom, all of a sudden opinions changed, everything turned, and he quite literally became my savior, because like I said, I was in a very, very, very dark place. And his album, people say, like, you know, oh, it's supposed to help depression, blah blah blah, but it's just talking about how depressed he is or whatever. That's not gonna help anyone. For me, if I hear someone if I hear a song and I relate to it, that's helping me, because I'm like, I'm not the only one. I'm not alone in this situation. And so that's what happened. It really helped me. Things happened, and a couple months ago, I started feeling a whole lot better. Like, I'm nowhere near the point that I was back in back during when it came out, and you know, during the new year and everything. I've been a whole lot more positive, and I really do have him to thank for that. I really can't believe that he's gone. Every time I think about it, like truly think about how he's no longer able to live his life to achieve his goals, it just saddens me. It hurts. It really hurts physically. Like I said yesterday, oh my God, I really feel like I lost a brother, because the way I cried when it finally sunk in yesterday, I don't ever. That was definitely the worst. It hurt so much. I don't ever want to feel like that again. I know it's gonna happen though, because I have family that's going to pass eventually and everything. And that was the first time, you know, I had ever lost someone. And I know he's not actually my brother or whatever. I didn't even know him. He didn't even know I existed. Blah blah blah. But still, the pain and loss that I felt, holy shit, man. That was the first time I ever felt like that. It's crazy. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Shit, I was gonna say something and now I forgot. But just it's unbelievable. I mean, I still can't believe it, you know. Just like, I'm always gonna have to take a second to think about how it's actually true. And it's so crazy because, you know, I wasn't a fan of Lil Peep, and when I say that, I mean, you know, I wasn't hip to him or whatever. So when he died and I saw all the fans' reactions, I was like, damn, that shit sucks. Like, I can't even imagine. And then boom, how long after, not too long after, I'm feeling the exact same way, and it's so shitty. I probably didn't even end up saying everything I wanted to say. Honestly, the point of this video was to just share my experience with him, share how my opinion changed of him, and I just wanted to say, we love you. Rest in peace. You may be gone, but you're never over. Ooh.